Well, maybe I can. 19 after 11 o'clock, 21 degrees. That's Barbara's prediction. Only one more degree to go. And I'm going to win for a second day. It's going to get there. It is. I have faith. Believe me. 16 degrees for the weatherman. Didn't know what he was talking about. It is Wednesday, September 29, officially, well, it's the middle of the week, right? Yes. So let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm. Absolute pleasure to have everybody along this morning, especially everybody on Facebook Live. For those of you that are going to watch a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. You really do. Sub, thumb, bell. Bell notifications for when important people come up, much like today's interview coming out of Ontario. Believe me, it is a pleasure to have South River Slim join us here at Galaxy. How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Next one up we have is New World Monkey, and then Flame of Glove, Blind.
Yeah. It's love. It's not glove. That's a mistake on the Flames of Love.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. That got sent. The letter got screwed up.
It's okay. It's all right. Believe me, I get a lot of it. So we've got Flame of Love, and then we're doing Blind Lemon Girl, and after that we're going to stop off with the last track that is your most requested track, which is Girl Trouble, and I know you heard that on the breakfast show this morning.
Yeah. Thanks.
Believe me, bro, you will be fascinated to know how many people have been requesting that track. We're finding that we're not getting through a breakfast show without having to play it.
Oh yeah, that's great. I love it.
It's
kind of channeling some kind of crazy Elvis, new Elvis thing in that song or something.
Well, I don't know, but you know, the audience is connecting with it. Let's put it that way.
That's great.
Anthony, speaking of Elvis, Galaxy's resident Elvis is joining us this morning. Anthony Ligori, coming out of Nashville. Nice to have you on board, brother man. He tours around with a couple of dudes called the Hammond Brothers. They're also Hall of Famers, those guys. Terry Ashley is watching as well. Nice to have you on board, Terry. Thanks for tuning in. Believe me, you're going to love this. You really are. But in the meantime, let's go to the desk. Have a bit of fun, my friend. And thanks for joining us and welcome to Galaxy.
Loving you, no matter what I try to do, my needle gets stuck down in the groove. Hey, I'm just a fool for loving you. Well, I'm just a fool for loving you. No matter what I try to do, my needle gets stuck right in your groove. Hey, I'm just a fool for loving you. Well, I'm just a fool for loving you. Yeah, I'm just a fool.
Cross-reference a little bit of Americana, throw in a little bit of rock and blues. You've got South River Slim here live this morning. Nice to have everybody on board. Thank you for joining us this morning. And, well, Slim, pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you too. How's everything going there in New Zealand? Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, we are in a forgettable country, I suppose. I get it. Donnie Coulter's back again. Nice to have you on board, Donnie. Being quite a regular just lately. Believe me, I'm loving that idea. Yeah, he goes back again. Very cool. Now, my friend, our team have known you for well, a number of years now, and this is the first meeting that we have actually had face-to-face, per se. And believe me, I've been interested in a lot of what Barbara has been telling me about you over the years. What's taking you so long?
What's taken me so long to...
Come for an interview.
Oh, I know. I was waiting for an invite.
Well, Barbara's very good at inviting people. Barbara, what, 6 years, I think?
Yeah, but it didn't
It's been 6 years, yeah.
Yes,
We
it
have
is.
chatted over the years a bit. I've sent her some. I've sent her some songs. She's on my feed. I see. Through the years also. I was busy playing music all the time live, but this pandemic has put the brakes on that. So I've had more time to see and do a lot of different things for sure.
Well, speaking of this pandemic, did this give you a chance now to kick back a little bit, sit down and create more music, write more music, and, record new stuff?
That's what it did. Yeah, like I'm used to playing live. That's my thing, right? Used to doing that like all the time. As soon as that happened, it's like it took a little bit. It was a shock in the beginning. It wasn't that long because I'm always writing. It was only a month or two, and I started. Well, I got lots of things to do. It's like never stopped since. Like I'm doing it every day.
Well, now I got to let you know this. Donnie Coulter, of course, from Creatures of Condition, says South River Slim does some really good shows. Seen him and his band many, many times. He has an amazing drummer. Watch out for Donnie Coulter.
Yes.
He might want.
He knows Adam Thompson for sure.
Well, believe me, you never know. He might be trying to steal him off you. Don't worry, Slim's not doing anything at the moment. He's sitting at home writing, and we'll get in touch with the drummer. Yeah, watch out for that one.
I believe that Mr. Coulter's a drummer himself.
Yeah, he is. He really is. But you never know. Drummers want a day off every now and again.
For sure.
Yeah, I know drummers. Believe me, I do. I know them well. Literally. Yeah, you just got to watch out for the back line, don't you?
Always.
Yeah. I find they're the most hilarious part of the whole band is usually the back line. You keep an eye on them, you never go wrong.
Exactly, yeah. Got to have that band sitting there.
Exactly. Now, at the same time, my friend, we opened up the show Just a Fool. Now, tell me a little bit about this. How did you come to the lyrics?
Okay, that song was written very quick, almost like just an uplifting song. And as you know, Windsor is across the river from Detroit, so might have a bit of a Motown feel to it. I thought it was good for horns. There's some great musicians around Windsor, and there's quite a few of them on that track. To tell you the truth, other songs there's only a few musicians. This one, there's a lot of musicians involved in that song from the Windsor area for sure.
Yeah.
It's a nice upbeat song. It's like it's just a happy song, you know.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I think production have kicked it out of the park, starting the show with Just a Fool. Believe me, it is a fantastic track. And, well, one of the...
I'll put his name in there. Derek Impen's Southbridge Recording in Windsor. That's who I've been working with for all my songs.
Nice. And good to give them a plug. It really, really is. Now,
Yeah.
at the same time, I do have a fan question for you, Slim, is... how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Or are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Sure. There's lots of time these days to respond. So I'm usually on it, here and there. Facebook, South River Slim. Also Instagram, same South River Slim. Twitter, I'm not on too much. Just not my kind of thing. Lots of stuff going on in that through this pandemic, But also all the Spotify. I have a big Spotify page, and Apple, and all of them, whatever you can think of, it's on all of them. And the YouTube channel too. The new video, "Ghost to Rock and Roll," I just did in the West End of Windsor for the song "Ghost to Rock and Roll." It came out very well. It's doing well on YouTube also.
But you know something, we absolutely love your work here at Galaxy. We really, really do. Now, while we're talking about getting in contact with you, do you have a website where we can download your music? More importantly, do you have a merch store?
I have one place you can download music. It's called Bandcamp. Do you know of that down there?
Yeah, we do. Very well.
Yeah, so I have a site on there where you can download music. There's more new music going on Bandcamp for that. You can download on it's not Prime. What's that? Amazon Music, I believe you can download. Apple, you can download. And they stream also, the streaming stations, but you can download the music there. Merch, you can get a hold of me. I'm just in the middle of putting up a store on a web page. Like, I'm just in the middle of doing all that. I do have merch that I've had through the summer that's been really cool. There might be some stuff like on my on Facebook and Instagram for looking at it. Share messages. I'm available to send stuff out for sure. And CDs, I have CDs. A new CD coming out with these songs will be this. I think it's gonna be November.
Okay, well, here's one for you then. Good idea. How would you like to send us say half a dozen copies that we could do a competition and do South River Slim giveaways, something like that? Believe me, it's all about promotions of South River Slim, if you know what I mean, and keep you rolling here at Galaxy. Huge amount of people follow not only us, but follow us on Facebook and other places. So the amount of places that we can get you on, the more the better. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, we can talk after the interview, and I'll get the address and how and where to send it to for sure.
Yeah, I'll get Barbara onto that for you. Believe me, because we would love to do a giveaway for you. Maybe even if you want to send me a T-shirt, much like Rosemary's today. People who are logging into this, believe me, and this worked because the other day I was doing an interview with a guy, and I had a Chris Andreas T-shirt on. I'd done him prior to this guy, and he says, "You know, Grant, I went on the internet to find out who this guy was, and your shirt worked for me." And I went, now you get the idea, right? It's all about promotion. People go and find out who you are, and before you know it, not only are you selling merch, you're communicating, you've got new fans all over the place. You know what I mean? So if you throw in a T-shirt, it works. It does. And it's the silent message too, if you know what I mean, because it's in your face. Do you remember Darth Vader from Star Wars?
Or is yet?
Yeah, believe me. Well, this here, that's Barbara and her magic wandy thing. And the reason why I say Darth Vader is, well, you got to be quick to get out of the way. Literally, it's a hard hat area. So if you see me dodging from time to time, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep, this beautiful, basically. Literally.
I dodge somebody called Julie all the time too. I'm always ducking and
It's a practice dart these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's self-explanatory.
Through this pandemic.
It is, and believe me, it's funny what you find through this pandemic. When this very first started, as you know, no sports on the TV or anything, and before you know it, I actually found somebody on the couch. I did, and she was friendly. She was nice to me. She even smiled. She said hello. It was my wife. Haven't seen that. I mean, how long have you been sitting there? She goes, about 20 odd years, waiting for you to realise that the remote needs changing. You know what I mean? Yeah, believe me.
Sure.
The pandemic's had a lot to answer for, literally. Now, at the same time, my friend, we've been doing a little bit of this here at Galaxy.
Hi, this is South River Slim from Canada on Galaxy 107 FM in New Zealand.
That's fantastic.
Perfect.
It really is. And believe me, everybody's starting to get to recognize your music, who you are, because we attach them to your songs, stuff like that, if you know what I mean. And believe me, everybody has been asking us who, what, when, where, and how is South River Slim. So today we're going to answer pretty much all of those questions. Now, how long have you been performing as South River Slim?
I've been performing as South River Slim. It's a bit of a story. South River Slim came when I was very sick. I had cancer and I was very ill. I didn't know if I was gonna, come out. I was in the hospital for quite a while at the end, of this, before they did some things to me. And I just said, I went back to where I'm from, South River, Ontario. It's a woods forest in the north. So I went back there because there was family that were still alive, my mom and dad and things, and it just was a comfort. And I said, if I can get out of this, pull out of this cancer, I'm going to become South River Slim, because I couldn't eat or anything, so I was very emaciated, slim. So I took that negative and put it to a positive. I said, I'm going to become South River Slim, because I love roots music and blues especially, and harmonica and slide guitar. And I said, I'm going to become South River Slim. I'm going to do what I want to do, what I love to do in a certain way, in a good way. I'm not going to do anything I want to do, but I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's what I did. And I've been South River Slim ever since. Played music all my life as another person, right? In bands and things, but that's when I became South River Slim. Right about 2014, I believe, somewhere around there.
Okay. And how are you going now? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Up and down a bit. Had some problems last winter, but I'm back doing good again. Yeah.
That's good to know. It really, really is. Because believe me, my friend, you're quite the superstar here at Galaxy. We want to wrap you up in bubble wrap right now, to be honest with you. Dwayne Watson's joining us. Nice to have you on board, my friend. It really, really is. Loving the new version of How Water. Really am. Steve Admiral's on board as well. Brother man, it has been a little while. We need to catch up. We really, really do. Now, at the same time, Slim, tell me about New World Monkey.
That song, I got a new guitar in an ad, and it's like it's a copy of a Maserati guitar, like a surf guitar. It's a East. I won't get into all that stuff. It's an Eastman, but anyway. And I got that guitar, and I did that. I didn't have an amp with me because I was in another area at that time, a small little apartment in Niagara Falls area, and I had a guitar, and I came up that lick like right away. So on that guitar, because I didn't have an amp and it was sound so good, that guitar, and I said, oh, there's a song, came just like that. I wrote the lyrics on the way home in the dark, because I always have a notebook with me as we were driving back to Windsor, LaSalle area. I wrote the song in the dark because it came to me about the monkey, because it was going to be an instrumental to begin with, because it has that kind of, that instrumental that instrumental surf kind of song, right? But I came up with these words on the way home. They just hit me about the monkey, with the monkey vibe in it, and I recorded it with Derek again. I think that was it was this year, I know, last March. I think it was last March, yeah.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I absolutely love this track. I really, really do. And in fact, I actually have you on my playlist in my car. Now, I don't usually do that. You know what I mean? I only take certain people that make a certain... Yeah, believe me, it's a certain connection. And, well, I'm enjoying everything I'm hearing from South River Slim. I really, really am. I was explaining to you before, I play you in my car. When I get you, literally for the first time, Barbara Hens a little USB kind of deal to me. I plug it into my car, kind of Bluetoothy kind of deal. All I get is the music, no information at all. Doesn't give me a title, doesn't give me an artist, anything like that. And that is what I make my decision on whether or not I'm going to do the interview. I also said nobody else wants to ride with me, which is the truth as well. The kind of thing going sideways is weird. Even Barbara won't ride with me, which is really funny because, I mean, well, you know, her ex-husband, former husband, he used to race cars. Her son is a New Zealand champion, former New Zealand champion. Her grandson is a champion, New Zealand champion, but she won't get in the car with me. I don't get it. I really don't. But let me explain this. We're in the middle of about 3 major cities. We've got one over here, one behind us. So we're smack in the middle in a little town. Literally, if we want to get to a city, we're about, you know, closest about 35, 40 minutes away. You know what I mean? It's just down the road.
Okay, yeah.
So no worries. A little milling town. And into this milling town, of course, we're surrounded by forestry. Very, very cool. It is. And, well, the reason why we came here, literally, is an economics thing. We didn't want to do it in the biggest cities. Too expensive. You know what I mean? And we can make the same impact globally. And believe me, bro, we are global. We really are. And I'll let you know how many cities, how many countries we're in at the end of this, and how many people are tuned in as well. You will be fascinated. You will. But
I'll watch some of I've watched some of your like your posts and what you're doing there. It's very good. It's great.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, getting back to this, I know where the forestry hide the keys to the fire breaks, right? So when I go and listen to a new artist, I go driving, literally, and have a hell of a good time, I've got to be honest. When I heard your music, I actually pulled over to the side of the road, very picturesque place, it really is. Set it back at the start again. New World Monkey was the very first song I ever heard. Turned it up and just loved it. Really, really did. So,
I appreciate it.
This is the song.
It's fun to do that song. Very fun to record it and everything.
I got to be honest with you, Slim. This is the song, the very first song I heard. I went, yes, let's do an interview. It really did. So, right here at Galaxy is New World Monkey with South River Slim. You're going to love it. Fantastic. Great.
Yeah, that sounds so fun. I like I have some serious music like that Blind Lemon Girl. It's kind of, you after you know what about me, about the episodes and things I've had, that song is kind of like, it has a lot to do with that. Like I wrote some of that, during the lyrics and stuff, you know what I mean? And also though, I like having fun, like that Monkey song is fun. It's like, it's fun lyrics, it's not too down, it's like, it's just fun. Yeah.
Believe me, bro, I'm a big fan of shenanigans and fun and enjoying yourself, you know what I mean? And believe me, here in New Zealand, we say challenge yourself at least once a day. If you don't know you're alive, literally.
Exactly.
So we find ways of amusing ourselves, we really do. And we're crazy. We are, bro.
I'm a voracious reader, eh? And not so much fiction. Like I like other topics, and I really like geography, and I've studied and looked at New Zealand, Australia, like the whole world. Like I like visiting these in books and reading about them. You know what I mean? Well, I've read lots about New Zealand. Actually, there's somebody who lives in New Zealand that's on my on a friend list. She used to be in Windsor and had seen me at some of the festivals here, and she's in New Zealand now. I told her about the radio station today. I don't know, like I haven't looked at messages or anything if she got it to listen to or whatever, but I told her that to tune into it
Oh, my
today.
goodness, she is.
'Cause she's on the island. Now, how big? I know the population is not big there. It's more. It's like like Canada is a gigantic country, but it's also there's not a big population for all of the land, and it's kind of like New Zealand, right? It's like New Zealand is the population isn't like huge all over the.
I tell you what. I tell you what. We'll talk about that. Let's get back to the desk.
Speak no evil, and I hear no evil. Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined today by South River Slim coming out of Ontario. Donnie, I don't know how to pronounce... Oh, sorry. Whoops. I don't know how to pronounce that. Amhertsburg Rib Fest. Did I get anywhere close? Really? Okay. If so, well, good attempt anyway. But Rib Fest? Sounds like you need the right sauce for that. You do. You never know. Donnie was just saying that he's had the pleasure of sharing the stage a couple of years ago at this particular fest.
Oh yeah. Which one?
You're going to make me say this again, aren't you? Amhertsburg Rib Fest.
Rib Fest?
Yeah, Amhertsburg.
Amhertsburg Rib Fest. Yes,
Oh, okay.
Amhertsburg Rib Fest.
Okay. We read things like Kiwis read things, as they say. So I'm glad you got it. But yeah, he's quite proud to be able to say that he shared the stage with you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I can remember now. Yeah.
I hope Shenanigans was done.
Always. Always. Those are very fast. Like I'm all pumped just to go on the stage, right? That's when I can just, beforehand, not afterwards. I'm usually like, I'm all right then, Before I'm like a caged animal, It's like I'm waiting to get out there on the stage, and then I do my thing, and then it's like I'm hyped for the rest of the night.
I understand that. I really, really do. And at the same time, I do have a question from Liz coming out of Cairns, and she says, "What would you attribute your success to this point?"
Just doing it, writing and doing what you want to do, not what you think you should do. What feels like you want to do. Like, you don't go for a scene or try to go for a hit, write a hit or something. You just write what you know and what makes you want, what's making you want to write, Don't listen to other people trying to change, because it dilutes your message, right? It waters it down too much. You want your message to come out as it comes out. And it's always good to take things, take other people, take criticisms or take other things around you, and you might change some, but you want your own vision, right? And that's what comes out strong in your music, right?
Very, very cool. Now, Janet from Botswana was asking, have you ever considered maybe touring Africa?
Oh, I'd love to. I would go wherever music would take. I've done lots through the States and things, but with this pandemic, it's like can't go anywhere. But oh, sure, I'd love to Africa, because blues. I love blues music. That's my first love, that music just touches me. It did since I first heard it when I was younger. It just took hold of me. So all my songs, you can't say are blues, but there's blues in them. You know, it's like a blues, whether it's like you know, this kind of blues or that kind of blues, doesn't matter. It's a blue. The blue note is the blues. You know, if you're feeling blue or the sounds, that's in almost everything I do, even the monkey song.
Believe me, Slim, you're preaching to the choir right now, because I'm quite partial to blues myself. I've got to be honest with you. Now, having said that, you'd love to go to Africa. Okay, what about touring the Antipodes? How about New Zealand? How about Australia? Would you consider coming to New Zealand for maybe about 4 or 5 shows?
Sure, I would. Yeah, I would love to go down. I would love to go there for sure. I've thought about that before. I just like the vibe. I just feel I like the vibe there. You know, you might not know it from me, but I can. There's not a lot of music that strays too much for me. Like, you know, Howlin' Wolf, Mighty Waters, or Hank Williams Sr., or Lefty Frizzell, or the Doors, or the Stones. Well, I don't know. I have a soft spot for that original NXS for some reason. I have a soft spot for that Michael Hutchinson NXS. I always had for some reason. I just like the music. Like I like the thing about it.
I'll give you a story after we do this interview. True story, literally, about that. And believe me, you may find it interesting. You really might. But talking about coming to New Zealand, we would love to be able to have you here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Of course, we've got to wait until the government gives us the go-ahead to get bands back underway again. And it's almost been about 2 years for poor Barbara trying to carry the ship and got nobody to play with. You know, it's like being the only one in the cot sometimes, I think. But I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's going to come through, especially more people that get the jab these days, if you know what I mean, and have their passports, stuff like that. It's going to come back.
What's going on in New Zealand with the jabs?
Not bad, actually. I think we've done about 500 million so far as jabs rolled out. But that's, I think, basically the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Population here in New Zealand, just over 5 million, something like that. We're made up of 3 islands, literally, right down the very bottom of New Zealand. And very small island, but still the only island in New Zealand to actually get a name, which is true. It's called Stewart Island.
Stewart Island?
Yeah. And then whoever named New Zealand ran out of imagination, called the next one South. Yay.
So the other one's South?
South Island. And then where we are, we're in a place called North Island. Great. Fantastic. You know, they just thought of it all, didn't they?
You're on the main land, are you not?
Yeah, we're on the one that looks like a fish.
Yeah, okay.
The one in the middle looks like a boat. And there's a Maori legend to that with Maui fishing up New Zealand, Aotearoa, land of the long white cloud, the whole deal. We'll immerse you into our culture. Believe me, bro, you're going to love us. You really are.
Sure, yeah. I like it. I seen a movie too. I think it was when it first came out. I don't know. I think it's early '90s for some reason. Once We Were Warriors, and that movie affected me so much. It was just like, it still does when I think about it. It's just that movie was just very very deep and very like shocking, you know.
Well, believe me, it did reflect the times too, to be very honest. It was a very honest movie in a lot of ways. Dr. Ropata, right. Yeah. The leading actor there used to work as I think it was a porter in a TV series that we had here called, was it Shortland Street, back in the day. You may not have heard of it there, but it was a big thing here in New Zealand. And that's pretty much where he got his acting career underway. But having said that, thank you for not saying Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, yeah. I read that. I read the books, those books when I was younger. But yeah, the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that was made there too, right?
Yeah, believe me,
There's,
everybody says Lord of the Rings. Now,
yeah,
little side story for you here is the very first scene that you see there of Hobbiton and opens up Lord of the Rings as literally the full set is about an hour and a half away from where we are right here. And we can take you there, show you around. You can go and visit the Hobbit holes, the party trees and the wishing wells and everything. Well, you know, the staff can take you. I'm not allowed back out.
they don't let you out much.
Well, that's,
Your car into the building.
yeah, no, they won't let me in there at all anymore. There's an issue apparently with the security card. It went missing. It did too, and I know where it is. I do. It's actually in the middle of a lake. True.
Oh, yeah.
I got a friend of mine who's got a helicopter. We had all sorts of fun with that thing before we jumped it. Truly. But believe me, yeah. Having said that, I got a little, ace up my sleeve coming to with Lord of the Rings because the producer of it, Peter Jackson,
Yeah.
is actually a friend of mine. I went to university with him.
Oh, really? Awesome.
So
Yeah.
every time they try and kick me out, I just get him on the phone and go, here, talk to Pete.
Got it. Yeah, that's your ace up the sleeve. Yeah.
It is, it really is. But believe me, it's a great place to visit. It really is. And we would love to show you around. Not only, the
How's the police there?
House of the Police. They know me by first name.
Okay, they're nice though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Believe me. Yeah, they're wonderful. They are. In fact, one guy died of natural causes not so long ago in Auckland. Lead poisoning. Yeah, lead poisoning. He was a target for the police. Actually stabbed somebody in a mall, would you believe? So the cops got out and no questions asked, they just shot him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the modern way, apparently, here in New Zealand. We're not kind of used to that, though. You know what I mean? We've gone all our lives without anybody carrying guns in public. You know what I mean? We're not American.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
They can?
they're becoming that way, yeah.
Really? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're following the Australian way. It's wanting to be American ever since they were Australian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we will take you over to Australia and do a few shows over there, maybe about 8 shows over there. But my producer's saying why. And I kind of think, well, only because we like their money.
Is it different than New Zealand money?
Well, yeah, it is, kind of. It's still plastic money, though.
Oh yeah. Everything is pretty much, especially this last year and a half. It's like change or bills or you don't really even hardly see them anymore.
No, exactly. Here in New Zealand, believe me, we do more stuff on a credit card, debit card, if you want to put it like that, bank card, something like that, rather than using folding cash. And in fact, I don't remember the last time I had a $20 bill in my hand. Literally, I've always got a piece of plastic these days. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And of course, the convenience, you just swipe it across stuff and away you go. You're fine, you're done. You don't have to worry
you've got
about
money in your bag.
somebody shortchanging you for a couple of dimes. Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But you also, I think you could probably spend more. Not see if you got if you say you got $50 in your pocket and you are going out for something, going for some drinks and something to eat or whatever. If you got your plastic, you might drink a little more or eat a little more and not really think about it. If you got $50, that's all you're spending. You know what I mean?
I see your logic, and my wife likes you. She's sitting there going, yeah, I like that. Yes, but I like my way of too. I don't mind the extra couple of bucks over here.
It's fun, that's for sure.
Absolutely. She's loving this. She's going, yeah, that's true, and we're going to keep an eye on your card. Thanks for doing that to me, bro.
Sure.
Flame
I
of...
did New Zealand way.
Yeah, well, you're starting to learn very quickly by the sounds of it. You really are. Now, tell me about Flame of Love.
Let's say that again. Sorry.
Tell me about Flame of Love. How did you come to the lyrics?
Hey, this song's got a story too. My sister-in-law. She's like a sister. Not sister-in-law. Actually, she's not a sister-in-law. She's like a sister. But she's not a real sister. She passed away last year, and that song is kind of influenced or like came kind of, it's known, every song doesn't come from exactly that, but there's a lot of her in that song and about her passing over and things. So it's more like a a spiritual song for me. It's something like I just had to get out, writing those words, and even the guitar, the guitar lines and stuff. It's like that song came out, and it's because of that. It's like water, air, earth, and fire. It's like we're all made out of that, and it's like so it's kind of comes from that. These songs, Monkey, Flames of Love, and Just a Fool, are not released anywhere yet. They're going out like this week, actually. Like they won't be out. They'll be out in about 2 weeks on platforms like available to listen to on Spotify or Apple or Amazon, Bandcamp and that. But they're going out. They'll be out available then.
So basically what you're saying is that we're the first radio station in the world to play this music.
You are, for sure. That Flames of Love has never been played anywhere yet at all. The Monkey song, early version was played a little bit, like before this final version a little bit, and Just a Fool has never been played either. Never been played anywhere either.
I feel very humbled, my friend. I really, really do. But at the same time, now, an exclusive at Galaxy, here is South River Slim, Flames of Love.
Flames of Love.
Yeah, it's got the G there. Oh, dear.
How awesome.
This is awesome. Absolutely it is. It really is. Louis is joining us as well. Louis Hanoi. Nice to have Louis on board.
He's the guitarist for Dwayne.
He's Dwayne's guitarist.
No,
absolutely.
Chris Andres.
Oh,
Sorry.
for Chris
What am I-
Andres.
yeah.
Of course, yes, for Chris.
Sorry.
But Dwayne
is here.
Dwayne is on
Hi,
board as well.
Dwayne. Oh.
Absolutely. You're not? Are you a vegan, bro?
Hey.
No.
You're a meataholic like me?
Meat eater, yeah.
Yep. Okay. The reason why I asked that, and believe me, bro, I ask everybody because I want to find out this. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
No.
No, me neither. Just want to know if they're made of real vegans.
Oh yeah.
Can you get Slim to turn on
I didn't know
the
where
light or
that was
something?
going. You got me.
Didn't quite glance.
Is there a chance we can turn an overhead light or a light on? It's getting quite dark where you are.
The sun's going down here. Yeah. Just
That'll be scary later on, won't it?
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No, all good, my friend.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna try. Right now I'm in a very small. That light might be a little better. Is that light?
Yeah,
That light?
much better, much better.
I got on the phones. I'm on the phone right now too. I didn't have my computer up.
All good, all good. I kind of figured you were on the phone.
Sorry.
No worries.
Say, here's the CD. That cabin there on the cover. Can you see it?
Yep.
That's I was born on that floor, South River at the cabin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hunting camp. Carnivores. Speaking of carnivores,
Very cool.
that's great grandpappy on the back.
Very
Came
cool.
over from Ireland.
Now, tell me, who's on your T-shirt? Is that Mick Jagger?
This T-shirt, yes.
It is. Because, now, I want you to think about this. Barbara showed me a photo of you the other day, right? And she goes, we're doing South River Slim. I went, sweet. And she showed me this photo of you, and I went, my God, that's a young Mick Jagger.
You know, I really like the Stones. They're like probably the main influence on me for sure. There, I just got that. Okay, there we go. They're my main influence for sure. Everything kind of branches out from there. That's why I do. If you see the variedness in my songs, like I got like country songs, I got rock and roll songs, I got different styles, but it all comes kind of. They're kind of the blame. They're like my surrogate parents. I would say growing up.
Very cool. Very cool.
Of course, I can blame like Chris Christopherson. I can blame it on the Stones.
I did the last Rolling Stones concert in Auckland when they came to New Zealand the very last time. You may remember Keith Richards getting a coconut deal under a tree in Fiji, right? It was the day after they left New Zealand from the show, believe me. It was a lot of fun.
I remember about that, that's crazy. Eh?
Well, I actually did that show at Western Springs in Auckland.
Charlie, it hit me hard, Charlie. The Charlie Watts. It hit me hard for sure.
Let's go back to the desk, bro. We'll have a chat about that. That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, and of course we're talking to Slim from South River Slim about his music and learning a little bit about him as well. And we were just mentioning, of course, on his t-shirt, Mick Jagger right there, and we were discussing, of course, the passing of Charlie Watts just not so long. It was only a few days ago, really, wasn't it? About a week or so, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah, about 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Also, let's not forget, another drummer passed away just a couple of days ago as well. A very famous man. You don't know. We're talking about Status Quo, the drummer of Status Quo. He passed away as well.
Okay, yeah, I did see. I did see something about that. Sure, Charlie took up all the space about that.
Yeah. A tragic time.
I've seen some introductions of their show they just played last night. I think the night before in St. Louis, the first tour, and they came out before and talked about Charlie, and it was sad, like Mick and Keith and Ron, like it was very sad.
Yeah. Believe me, he will be missed. He can't be replaced. They can put a fill in there, but they can never replace Charlie. Believe me, he legend in his own game. He really, really was. And, it seems like all the good ones are going these days, doesn't it?
In that era, yeah, it's that happens, eh? Bob Dylan, think about Dylan. Dylan just released the tour dates, and it says 20. He's got Dylan tour starts 2022 to 2026. I think it says that's what he's got on his tour. So it's like, okay, Bob, you're gonna be you're staying until 2026 anyway. Touring.
Well, at least
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. At least he's employed. That's one thing. Yeah, absolutely. James Brown, I don't feel good. He's never going to make it anymore. Literally. Literally. Now, at the same time, who we got on here? Terry Van Cannon's joining us. Nice to have you on board, Terry. Very, very cool. Terry Van Cannon coming out of North Carolina. Absolute master at slide guitar, literally. And we love his work as well.
Love slide guitar, and I was just talking about going to Carolina when the borders open up here where I'm at. We're just talking about wanting to go to Carolina.
Well, here's something you might want to know. A local radio station there is actually, we're in the plannings right now of sister radio with them over there. We know a huge amount of people, so much talent coming out of North Carolina. It really, really is. So if you ever need to hook up with anybody, please don't be shy. Ask. We will make sure that you have nothing but good friends there.
For sure. Thank you. I thank you so much. I love the area. I really love the Appalachians. the mountain. You know, I love that area. Kentucky, Tennessee, down to Mississippi, Clarksdale, Mississippi. I've gone there. I've gone there many times, and I played in Clarksdale too with an idol of mine. He was one of the last Delta bluesmen, Leo Bud Welsh, and I played New Year's Eve with him at Red's Juke Joint. I remember it was so cool. It was like such an honor. He passed over not too long after that. It was a couple years.
Now, Slim, you mentioned that a little somewhere in there, of course, about Muddy Waters. Now, coming out of North Carolina is actually Muddy Waters' guitarist, Bob Margolin, who's a very close friend of ours as well. If you would like to meet up with somebody like that, of that caliber.
I'd love to meet up with Bobby. Yeah, that would be excellent.
It would be an absolute pleasure to introduce you. It really, really would, because the man himself, such a talent in his own right. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know his. I've listened to his solo and his solo stuff too. Yeah, he's great.
Well, we would be happy to introduce you. Terry Bencannon is actually doing some work currently with Bob Margolin, and believe me, there is such a wealth of entertainment and talent coming out of North Carolina. Believe me, we would love to be able to get you and immerse you in there with these guys, because believe me, there will be some good work come out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I would love it. I would love to. Yeah. We have to. We'll be talking lots for sure.
Awesome. And as I said, I'm kind of partial to a bit of blues. These people are just that. And of course, let's not forget about Christy as well.
Yeah.
You know, Christy, talented lady in her own right. She really, really is. She wrote songs. I think Ruby Jackson or somebody like that picked up on one of her songs. No, sorry, Reba McEntire. She wrote a song for her, you know what I mean? So, absolutely stunning. Also coming for an interview in the near future, she really is. Now, are you familiar with blind people?
With blind
People.
Oh, crap.
people, I don't actually know any. My eyes. I've had problems with my eyes, to tell the truth, the last while. My retina's been detaching. I can't see. I can't see good at all.
Okay.
But I don't know any. I don't know any blind people personally. No.
Okay, well, here's one for you. I actually do have a friend of mine who's legally blind, and I saw her at the local supermarket a couple of days ago, actually, and she's standing out there looking rather worried, to be honest with you. And I said, what's up? And she goes, Grant, you know that blind people read Braille, right? And I went, yeah. She goes, what would be the one thing you wouldn't want to read in a supermarket? I went, I don't know. What? She goes, don't touch. Tell me about Blind Lemon Girl.
Blind Lemon Girl. Oh, that was written. That was written some time ago. I just released it now. The version that you hear now. I was written, you know, through some of the cancer. The lyrics and things were written when I was very sick. You know, not knowing what's next or anything. So it's like it's kind of about death for sure in a bluesy way. But also a bit tongue-in-cheek, you know, at the end, because that girl, Blind Lemon Girl, at the end, it's a story, right? At the Blind Lemon Girl at the end, you know, don't worry, because I'm gonna be right there haunting you the rest of the time. So that's what my job will be, is to haunt you on the other side.
I get it.
So be good.
I get it, I really do. So right here, joined live, and I'm very humbled to meet South River Slim here with Blind Lemon Girl. Gosh, it's hot in here. It is. How do you measure your temperature? Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius. Okay, well, we're 21 degrees. Barbara's winning right now.
He's Canadian, so
Of course, he's Canadian. Yes. 21 degrees.
Oh yeah, I think we're about that here right now. You're Celsius, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
we're about the same here right now.
Okay.
We're in the fall, right?
You
It
can-
was very, very, very hot here this summer, like super hot.
Yeah.
They set records across Canada for the hottest days ever recorded and stuff.
I was talking to a friend of mine in Vancouver.
Down there, yeah, in Vancouver and the fires. I know down there, they're saying that is like if you want to see global warming in action, it's where you're at. Like, well, they mentioned Australia, but I mean you're right there, right? So
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like your weather is is it changed a lot? Do you think?
Yes.
All
Hasn't been
winter,
as much
I have
rain.
literally been saying to people it has not felt like winter. I think we've had 3 days of cold where we've got down to zero. Now, where we are in the east coast of the North Island, it's rather warm anyway, but if it gets to zero, the staff bitch like crazy, to be honest, you know. But I talk to Canadians, you know, I'm living in a place, you know, 50 degrees below
Ooh.
in the winter, and we've got snow about 10 feet up the house and stuff. I'm going, why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Our temperatures are swinging like that now. That's what we got. Like I said, it was so hot this summer, but the winter times have been getting snowy and cold. It's very strange. But it's also like every week is different. Instead of having 4 seasons like we used to, it's like luck of the draw almost, like all year anymore.
I get that.
So it could be cold for a week, like cold, and then the next week could be like super muggy hot. You know, it's crazy.
That's like our spring, to be honest. That's what we're in right now.
But you don't have snow there. You don't
No.
get cold for snow where you're at the east.
Not where we are, but right down the bottom of the South Island. Don't forget it's closest to the pole. Bitterly cold. I used to go to a university down in Dunedin, the bottom of the South Island, and
Right.
believe me, we were known as scarfies because in the wintertime we all had the same scarf. Of course, we had the university colours, blue and yellow, but we were known as scarfies because we all had them. Everybody knew that's a student. You know what I mean? But very, very cold place.
So,
And
yeah.
strangely enough, one of my first jobs as a radio announcer was actually on top of a mountain in the snow called Radio 2XO in the snow, doing AM with old record players. Oh, God, I don't believe that actually happened, but it really did. It really did.
Funny.
Now, how far are you from the mountains where you're at?
As far as we can possibly get, if you really want it, from my opinion, but
You've
not
got a-
far enough from
You've
anybody
got a
else.
mountain in town.
We got a mountain in
Mount
town. We got one right
Putawaki.
over here,
Yeah.
Mount Putawaki.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
like a nipple compared to some of the
But
mountains
it doesn't
we've got
get
here.
snow on it. Very
And
rare.
that's like how far though from you? Like just as an idea, a
Um,
drive. I knew it.
For
Well,
skiing.
Five
For
minutes.
skiing.
about 5 minutes. We have a competition where it's called.
It's right there.
It's called. We have this competition called King and Queen of the Mountain. You got to run up the thing. Me, I take a helicopter,
Yeah.
and I can fly one of them. I can. I got a pilot's license.
That's right. Just take a look inside your heart, and I'll be right there.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Donny Coulter, 15 degrees there. See? No, not bad, actually, not bad. Just trying to figure out whether you're on your way up or on the way down. Further south in Detroit, Michigan. Okay, fair enough. Got to show you this.
Oh yeah.
That's
right there, right?
yeah, that pretty much is outside our office window right now.
Oh yeah.
So we can throw darts at it if we want to, but yeah, you get in trouble if you do
What's
that.
life like there?
What's the game like?
Yeah.
Well, right here where we are, we actually have the Big Four competition every year too, which is get a trout, get a sea fish, either come in with a pig, a natural pig, or a deer, or all four, if you know what I mean. So those who achieve all four are right up there. Believe me, and it's a lot of fun. We are back to nature here in Galaxy, here in where we live, if you know what I mean. We're very in harmony with our surroundings, and we protect it the same way. We like to know that New Zealand pretty much is clean and green, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's nice. It's country for sure.
Well, you know, at the same time, everybody who works here is actually ex-Auckland people, if you know what I mean. They've escaped the big city. We've been doing this for about almost 8 years now, so a lot of us have moved down here and all participating simply because we like the area, we like the lifestyle down here, and we respect the people, if you know what I'm saying. So we try to work it.
I've been in big cities through the years of my life, lived all over the place, right? And I like country now too myself, and like woods, like deep dark woods, like going in forests and going where nobody else is. It's kind of nice, yeah.
Well, you're going to have to come here for at least a week because you're going to love it. You really, really are. It is such a great place to be able to just go and discover. It really is. And something else, we've got something that nowhere else in the world has actually got. We've got a waterfall, and it is a real waterfall that comes out of a mountain, not over the top of it.
Oh yeah.
It's like a water valve for a big lake that's over the other side, if you know what I mean. And it just comes streaming, literally, out of this mountain, out of nowhere, literally. And it's
like almost, yeah.
Yes, it's called Tarawera, Mount Tarawera, and believe me, well, Lake Tarawera anyway. And believe me, fascinating. It really is. Now, I know why I left Auckland, and I can't speak for the rest of the staff here. Well, to be honest with you, Slim, I can relate to you because I was having girl trouble.
Oh yeah, that happens to a lot of people, both male and female, I think.
Well, you know, it got to a stage. I used to travel a lot between Auckland and Wellington, our capital city. In Auckland, I'm known as, you know, I like to be frank and earnest with women, I've got to be honest. So in Auckland, I was known as Frank, and in Wellington, I was known as Ernest.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they found out who I was. They saw me on the interwebby thing, and well, I left Auckland.
Talk radio.
Yeah, literally. Literally, I have made a career of it, especially in some of the biggest radio stations in New Zealand and in Auckland too. So tell me about girl trouble. Tell me your story of girl trouble.
Oh, are you playing the song?
Not yet. Not yet. I want you to explain to me how you came to girl trouble.
The song. Well, girl trouble is like everybody knows what girl trouble is. Even if you don't have girl trouble right today or tomorrow, you're gonna have girl trouble at some point, right? You're always, many moods of a girl, many moods of a guy too. It's like there's always trouble brewing somewhere, right? You never know when it's gonna come. Girl trouble is everywhere. She's so like cherry wine.
Believe me, bro, I am going to get so many emails now, and believe me, every one of them are going to be females going, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?"
No, it's not just girl trouble is a good trouble to have.
Well, I got to be honest with you.
You must have girl trouble.
This is one of the songs that I can't get through a breakfast show without playing, because our breakfast show literally is made up of how many requests per artist per track, you know what I mean? And production put it all together the night before, and well, it's nice and neatly there ready for me to start work in the mornings. And South River Slim all of a sudden is just making it across the board. Now, I'll let you know right now, 1,979 requests at this time for it, and still climbing. Every morning we're getting more and more and more requests.
Excellent.
I really have to say to you, my friend, not often does this happen. You know what I mean? But when we first started playing this track, we didn't say a thing to anybody, didn't even have your stinger at that stage. Played it. It blew up our internet. People wanted to know all about it. It really did. So we're going to officially release this right now so that everybody knows who, what, when, where and how. Here is South River Slim and Girl Trouble. People identify with this song.
Excellent.
They,
So the whole few girls will send you emails and about the song.
yeah, believe me. They don't send me emails about anything else anymore.
Oh, poor Ram.
Well, here's one for you. Are you familiar with the Road Hammers?
Poor Ram.
The what?
The Road Hammers.
Lots
It's a
of
band
emails
in
to 'em.
Canada.
No, load hammers. No.
Okay, well, it is a band in Canada. Quite a famous band too, by the way. And one of our friends was doing an interview with us from a spin-off band that he's in at the time. And his name's Clayton Bellamy. And I says, you know, Clayton, just before we hooked up this morning, I was actually doing an interview with another lady out of Canada, but I was in her bedroom. And he goes, oh, really? And I says, bro, it's not often that I get asked into a lady's bedroom these days. You know, come on. Better choices out there, apparently. But we found it rather amusing. So we're talking, you know, how about doing me a stinger for your new band and your new song and da-da-da-da-da? And he goes, yep, boys, no worries, we'll do that. And what he sent me was, hi, this is Clayton Bellamy from the congregation. I don't know how we managed to find ourselves in your bedroom, but thank you for listening to Galaxy 107 FM.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's a good one.
It really was. He took note of it and made a bit of a laugh out of it, and I love that. I really do.
That's great.
Gosh. Now, you'll get a copy of everything we've done today and what we're going to do, because after we've wrapped this up, we do a couple of crazy photos, okay? We send them to you so you can put them on your wallpaper on your phone, you know, show your friends. Kiwis,
Yeah.
not healthy, don't do it, you know, the Kiwis. All right. But Barbara will also give you the copy of what we're doing here on Facebook Live. You'll get a copy of that, and it'll also go onto YouTube. She's also going to make it into a movie for you and make the photos that we do, connect them all up, make it. She does so well. But something.
Georgia, I was just thinking about how I could. I was thinking, I wish I could have recorded this or something to have. So it's.
You'll get it, you'll get it. But something new too that we're doing, we'll make it into a cartoon as well.
Yeah,
It's-
excellent.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and we're about to wrap this up. We really are, and I've got to thank everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live. But before we go, will you come back again? Will you do this again? Will you have another interview with us? Will you release more music with us?
For sure, you know it. I got lots of unreleased music. It's all coming.
I tell you what,
I'm going to get your address to send the CD and a T-shirt too.
very, very cool. I'll get Barbara to send you all the details and everything like that. And next time we have a chat, we'll also have a chat about some of our New Zealand customs here. Maybe the hoo-hoo grub, for instance.
Yes, I'd like to know for when I come there. I need to know some of the lingo.
Okay, well, are you familiar with the hoo-hoo grub?
No,
Never heard of it? Okay, well, have you ever heard of the white worm in tequila?
I know about the worm in the tequila.
Yeah, similar to that, but not really, because believe me, I mean, the worm in tequila.
I've seen that once before.
Yeah, well, believe me, the indigenous folks here of New Zealand, called the Maori, actually still use this as a delicacy today. something that Barbara has incorporated with every band that she's brought into the country. So think about this before you want to come here. And I recommend alcohol, literally alcohol before, during, and after. But you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is nothing like it. Literally, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white, and what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, close up, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh, and what's it taste like? It tastes like nuts.
No, yeah, creamy peanut butter, literally.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I could do that.
Tell you what, I'll get Barbara to send you a couple of instructional videos that show you. I'm not pulling your leg.
As long as there's a chaser of some sort with it.
Well, that's what I say. You know, alcohol before and after. Some people actually try during as well. To be honest, yeah. But believe me, it's a lot of fun. It really is, and it's a part of New Zealand culture as well. We'll introduce you to what we do here. Molly Deartree is joining us. Nice to have you. Is it Molly or is it not Molly? Could be Mr. Deartree. It really could. Coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Nice to have you guys. Sorry, I missed you earlier. Stream. It is Chuck.
Oh.
Chuck, pleasure to have you back again, my friend. Gosh, it's been a dog's age coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Absolutely haven't heard from you in a long time. Give love to Molly for me, will you? Please do that. But in the meantime, my friend, we are going to have to wrap this up right here. But thank you so much for joining us here in New Zealand. It's been an absolute catching up with you and meeting you, Slim.
Thank you. It's been great. It's been great meeting you too. I look forward to talking to you again, and keep in touch. And I will too. I'll keep in touch with my music, and even without the music, we can still have a chat.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Keeping in touch. At the same time, oh, by the way, are you familiar with our Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
The page, I believe I'm on that page. Yeah.
Very cool. Advertise. Yeah, please. It's there for you to use. Please use it. No matter what you're doing, if you're going to the opening of a shoebox, put it on there. Because so many people look at it. They really, really do. You never know who's in there. It could be a record label, it could be an event manager or an owner of a venue, or you know what I mean? Anything can, and usually does come from people using that. So please, please, please use that. We'd love to continue using all of your stingers, everything like that. If you've got any new ones, pass them on to us. Love to throw them in there as well. If they accompany, say, you're talking about a track or anything, a title of a track or anything like that, throw them in there. We will attach them, put them together, make something special of it, because believe me, it is all about South River Slim.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been a great time meeting you. And Barbara too. She's over there, is she?
She'll be back in a sec. She really will. Don't worry, we're not going away too far just yet. But in the meantime, my friend, please stay safe, take care of yourself, and very much looking forward to catching up with you in the near future. Welcome to the Galaxy family. But in the meantime, folks...
And I'll put that new Ghost to Rock and Roll, that song, up on your page.
Do that. We would love to be able to get it up there. But in the meantime, folks, have a very happy and successful day. Thank you for watching on Facebook Live. See you over there on YouTube. You know what to do. Sub, thumb, bell, bingo. See you later.
Galaxy 107 FM.